Welcome, everybody. Welcome, March 13th, 2023, episode 253 of The Dream Wager. As always, I'm your host, D-Rock, and joining me are my partner in crime, our NBA guru, Elvis Acosta. How you doing today, kid?
I'm doing great, Dill. Lovely morning. Prepare for it's supposedly a storm. I don't
Allegedly.
believe it. I don't believe it, Dill. But we'll see. But your boy ready. We ready.
Allegedly. I never believed the weatherman. That's the only job in America I think you could get wrong and still have a job.
Yeah,
Am I right?
definitely on a consistent level. Yes.
Yeah. So a lot to get into today. We'll recap the weekend, crazy weekend in the NFL. We got NBA plays. Elvis will take care of us for us. March Madness is here. Selection Sunday was amazing. We'll fill out our brackets. Got a lot. Hey, if you're looking live, I got my whole bracket filled out right now. We'll tell you who we got winning the championship. WBC, United States, went down to Mexico and lost yesterday. So United States a little don't want to say we're worried right now, but
Now you
definitely need
worried. You worried.
definitely need to win tonight against Canada. But before we get into all that, Elvis, big week for us in the XFL. Roughnecks continue to roll, another cover for them. Sea Dragon game, that spot on for you. Good call on the under. Over had no chance. The Battlehawks, easy cover. DC continues to roll. So I feel like DC and the Roughnecks, they're clearly the two best teams. They're just an automatic tail at this point. How'd you do in the XFL this weekend?
Another 1-1 deal. I ended up taking the +4. We're all in 10. Not the smartest decisions, but hey, I had faith on the kids. I should have just laid the 9 with the Roughnecks. I've been saying, I'm kind of leaning as a Roughnecks fan, and I was like, I don't know, Dill. 9 points on the road is a little too much. Then look, knocked them out the park. So, DC took care of business, but 1-1 this week. I'm pretty sure I went 1-1 last week. And then the week 2, I believe, or week 1, I went 1-0. So we're still having a winning season so far in the XFL, deal, but we got to break the 1-1.
I feel like if you could get the numbers right or just have a good feel, like I feel like I have, you could make a lot of money in the XFL. The numbers aren't too big. I feel like 9 is starting to get to the point where we'll be wary about backing them. But this week, 3-1, laid it with the Roughnecks -9. They blew them out. The over was the only thing that didn't hit. And that was the one that I was like, I don't know if I should go to a total. But I went there and I took an L, but overall 3-1 for week 4. Week 3, I went 3-0. Week 2, I went 3-0. So I think I call you the NBA guru, but I might be the XFL guru right now. So everything's doing well in the XFL. We'll continue to have plays for them during the weekend. But Elvis, let's talk about basketball real quick. Steph Curry, comeback win against the Bucks over the weekend. He erupted in the fourth quarter. What did you see from Steph Curry?
Still, another stellar performance by Steph Curry. He was quiet most of the game, and then fourth quarter came, thinking the Bucks got in the bag, and then Steph Curry just erupted. Though, he's just a game changer like always. Drew Holiday hit a crazy 3 with about, I think, 18 seconds left, and then Steph comes down and ties the game. So, and they had a chance to win it as well in regulation, but couldn't get the shot off in time. I think Draymond ended up taking the shot as well, so not the best shot taken at the regulation. He had Steph open for about a second. I even rewinded and paused it. He could have kicked it to Steph with about a second left, and Steph was able to put a shot. But hey, they still was able to get the win in overtime deal. And once again, Steph had a stellar performance, and your boy hit the under, but the Bucks took the loss.
I tailed all your plays on Saturday, and I'm like, okay. I only tuned into around the fourth quarter, and with 2 minutes left, they had. Or no, even 1 minute and 25 seconds, they had a 95% chance cover. And I go,
Yeah.
plus 3.5. Even if they do blow it, they still cover the 3, right? No, not at all. I go, it was just disgusting, to be honest, on Saturday. But we finished. The props weren't the best. I'll give you that. Zach LaVine was the only one that hit. Zubac had 6 boards instead of 7. Paolo Banchero, even overtime, he only finished with 17. So you got the outright winner, though, in the Magic over the Heat. So good call there. And then, the Bucks, they just couldn't do it. But other than that, Big win for the Nets on the road against the
Come on
Nuggets.
now.
The Nuggets just don't seem right. After we gave them praise about a week ago, they just went on this tear. Michael Porter Jr., he's acting like a tough guy. Joker, he's just not scoring it as much. So good win for you guys, but let's talk about the Nuggets. What seems to be the problem over there in Denver?
I don't know, Dale. It's a 3-game losing streak. It's a little concerning, especially you lose to the Nets. I understand the Nets don't have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, but the Nets ain't, we don't have a superstar-led team, so they don't really got much respect for the Nets. You lose that game. We was a 9-point underdog. And then you get blown out by the Bulls. The Bulls I don't even think the Bulls are in the play-in right now.
That's the one that was concerning.
And you got blown off the court, losing by 20-something points still. So when you coming off a 3-game losing streak, I'm pretty sure it was the Spurs, Bulls, and now the Nets.
And then the Nets.
So that's a little concerning. I'm even hearing some little MVP talk about Joel Embiid sneaking in because he's been putting on the show. You saw him hit the game winner against Portland. Yeah. They creeping back up. Philly's 40, 45 and 22. Denver's 46 and 22. So, the records are right there. I understand Denver's the number 1 seed by 5 games, but you put Philly in the West, hey, they're half game back from Denver as well. So, I think Joel Embiid's having it as equals. Joker is averaging a triple-double. Let's put that in. Joker is averaging a triple-double, but Joel Embiid's leading the league in scoring. You got to see him in 3rd place. And for the last, I'm going to say since January 1st, Philly's been one of either the best team in the league, if not one of the best teams in the NBA. And Joel Embiid been playing at MVP level all season long.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the odds right now, Joker went last time we discussed it, maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Joel
Joker was minus 300. Now Joel is plus 210, and Joker's only a minus 190. So it is creeping up a little.
I already sprinkled on it. I'll show you
really
the right now.
Why?
Joel Embiid.
You think they're not going to give it to the Joker?
A three-peat is a three-peat. The last NBA MVP to three-peat was Larry Bird.
Legend.
That's what 40 years ago, but damn near 40 years ago, happened in the 80s. So you telling me the first three-peat since Larry Legend is going to be the Joker? That's one thing. That's one perspective. And say the Nuggets just go 500 for the rest of the season, and then Philly ends up, top with a similar record, and Joel Embiid averages 30+ points for the season. Remember, he's leading the league in scoring. So if Philly can find their way, at least the 2nd seed, maybe. I highly doubt they'll get the 1st, but they only, I think 2 games back. If they find themselves in the 1st or 2nd seed, Joel Embiid's averaging 33 points a game. I give them a shot. I'm going to say, put the house on it, but I think it's worth a sprinkle, especially these last 15, 16 games, though, because Joel Embiid, for the past at least 10 games, he's been playing much better than 100%.
Not even just a 10, 15 game stretch. The whole year he's been balling, I would say. He's leading the league in points.
But the past 2 weeks, he's been playing better basketball than the
Joker. Absolutely, 100%. But I don't want... What I don't like is how the conversation's starting to switch just because it's been 2 weeks of Joker kind of slacking. Yeah. You know what I mean? He should be judged based on the whole performance of the year.
Think about it. The Joker just the other night went 35, I think 12 and 10 in a loss. That's a historic night for a lot of players, and we just brush it off. So kind of shows what type of season he's having, Dill. But I think they're just highlighting what Embiid's doing. Embiid got more of a highlight reel as well. You don't even see many Joker highlights. If anything, we're going to see an amazing pass to him, really do something to somebody. We saw Joel Embiid hit another buzzer beater once again, Dill. We saw him that dagger 3 last week, and then we saw him hit a buzzer beater against Portland Saturday, Dill. So there's a lot of, recent memories going on, Dill, especially with Joel Embiid. He's been all over SportsCenter in the highlights, Dill.
Yeah, and now look at the 76ers. They're only 3 games back of the 1 seed, a game and a half behind the Celtics for the 2nd seed. So watch out for these next, 15, 16 games that they have left.
Some teams got
watch out for the 76ers. Yeah. So other than that, Knicks, good bounce back win. They needed that against the Lakers last night because the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks, they're battling for that 5th seed right now. We're tied. We're 40 and 30. You guys are 39 and 29.
And I'm pretty sure we feel the same way, though. We don't want to do nothing with Boston, Philly, or the Bucks. I want to see the to Cleveland, even though that's not the best matchup. But
It's better.
I'd rather see Cleveland in the first round than Philly or Milwaukee. Seriously.
I mean, the Knicks, they've actually played up to their competition. Granted, Whit Brunson, and he's out right now with an injury.
How long is Brunson going to be out? Because it's been a few games now.
It's been a few games, yeah.
It's been like,
I don't think they're rushing him because the playoffs are right around the corner. So
and y'all locked in. It's not like you're about to fall into the play-in.
No. So, I think they're just taking it day by day, and I think they want to get him 100% because if he goes on another playoff run like he did last year with the Mavs, I think that he gives the Knicks a chance to win at least one playoff series.
Yeah, but we saw Julius Randle explode last night for 33 points against the Lakers. Still, we saw Luka night in night out give you 30+ performance in the playoffs. With Julius Randle or RJ Barrett, we're gonna be able to put up performances like that night in night out.
Question.
Because we already know Brunson's gonna give you at least 25
to 30.
25 to 30 at night. We know that. We saw it last season. But will Randle or RJ step up in the playoffs and be consistent? You don't need them to do it every night, but you need one of them to give you at least 25, 30 a night.
100%. And what's actually, it's not worrisome. It's actually good. The Knicks don't play as good at home. They're only 19-16 at home, but they're 22-13 on the road. So even if we do get a couple road games in the playoffs, I think we have a shot. But you're right. I'd rather play Cleveland or one of those lower teams as opposed to the Bucks, Celtics, even the 76ers.
Yeah, I don't want to smoke with none of them, Dill. They're gonna, to be honest, seriously, Dill. Bucks, Philly, and Boston setting us home in 5. At least with the Cleveland, I could be like, it could go 6, it could go 7. Shit, I even give us a shot to upset them. Like, all serious, I give us a shot to upset Cleveland. I even give the Knicks I'll give the Knicks a shot to upset them as well, Dill. Yeah. I'll give them a shot. They've been playing great basketball.
Yeah, 7-3 in our last 10. I mean, besides us, you guys are 5-5 in their last 10. 76ers are 7-3 in their last 10, and Milwaukee is 8-2 in their last 10. So a lot of the high teams in the top 5, top 6, they're playing good basketball towards the end of the season. But Elvis, the major story and major news is the NFL right now. Free agencies going on. We'll start with the Commanders. Daron Payne of the Commanders, he became the highest paid defensive tackle in the NFL, not named Aaron Donald. 4 years, $90 million, $60 million guaranteed. So, that sets the market for other defensive tackles looking for a new deal, like Quentin Williams of the Jets, Dexter Lawrence of the Giants, Jeffrey Simmons of the Tennessee Titans. So it's probably going to set the market. I think other guys might get more just about the same. What do you think of Daron Payne and the Commanders in that agreement?
Dell, first of all, wonderful for Payne. Great for the Commanders. I think they lock in one of the better defensive tackles in the game, Dill. So great for them. And I kind of hope, every year, I hope somebody always sets the market because these players deserve to get paid. When you sign a talent like that, Dill, these players deserve to get paid, and they deserve. I think he got $50 million guaranteed out of the $80 million. So 60. That's great. $60 million guaranteed. So damn near 80%. 75% of the contract is fully guaranteed, Dill. Yeah. That's what these players deserve. This should be fully guaranteed like NBA and MLB contracts.
You're all for the players getting their money. I love it, to be honest. I don't think some of them should get as paid, but Daron Payne should. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league.
I'm not saying they deserve $300, $400. All I'm saying is if you sign a guy 4 years, $80 million, the guy deserves $80 million. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Another trade that actually happened in our division. He's headed to Miami in exchange for a 3rd-round pick and tight end Hunter Long. Jalen Ramsey to the Miami Dolphins. So Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey at practice should be fun to see. I want to see the videos that come out for that. But what are your thoughts on the trade and him coming into our division?
Seriously, my thought on the trade is what a steal by the Miami Dolphins. So great job to the front office. I understand. Hey, Jalen Ramsey, he's not what he used to be. Hey, Jalen Ramsey's still a top 10 corner. He's only 28 years old. I understand he's not, the all-pro he was 5 years ago. I understand that. But he's still got to be respected, though. So if you're telling me I'm able to pick him up for a 3rd-rounder and then a tight end that none of us ever heard about.
Apparently they're high on the Kyle Long.
Dill.
I know. That's what the reports say. Don't kill the messenger. That's what they say.
If they said it, Gesicki out there.
Okay.
okay, I'll be like, all right, that's a fair deal. I don't know who that is. So to me, they sent them a third round pick and somebody that might get cut after preseason. No, all seriousness still. So the fact that he was able to get a top 10 corner and not just talent wise, it's the championship mentality, Dill. He can school these young kids as well, Dill. He's been there, done that. You gotta bring that experience with you, Dill. So I think they went in there. He's gonna be a coach on the field for that secondary. That helps as well, Dill. So I think they hit a home run out the park, Dill. Now for our division, do I worry some? Not really. You know why, Dill? Because it comes down to the quarterback. Will Tua be healthy when it matters? Can Tua make the play when it matters most, Dill? And that's what it comes down to. We've seen in the Super Bowl. It was a 35-38 game, Dill. Miami's not scoring that many points consistently, Dill. So I don't care how good their defense is. If their offense not showing up week in, week out, doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really change anything for me for the Miami Dolphins. I still think they're the third best team in the division. Yeah, I would.
Whoa! Who's the fourth?
Oh, we'll talk.
No.
Let me finish my thought.
No.
I have to finish my thought.
I'm not gonna take this house. I need the facts because it's not stick and stone yet, though. So I need this.
The Jets and Aaron Rodgers are a done deal. I don't care. My boy
So
Trey Wingo.
So you're telling me the Patriots are at 4?
Yeah. Who's better? Or are they better than the Bills?
No.
Are they better than Miami?
I'm asking you a simple question.
Are they better than the Jets?
I'm asking you a simple question. When was the last time the Jets beat the Patriots?
8-9 years ago.
Okay.
And when Aaron Rodgers comes in,
when? See, you know what's the key word in that sentence? It's when.
He's going to arrive in about 24 to 48 hours, private jet into Teterboro Airport.
Joe, I want you to continue.
Teterboro Airport.
Stop disrespecting my peoples. That's all.
I know people in the real estate and field. I'm going to try to connect him, get a nice house somewhere, Bergen County. If he wants his privacy, because, Aaron Rodgers likes his privacy, maybe go to Sussex County. Go somewhere nice. You got to get a personal driver. He's going to love it here.
Call me Aaron. I'll be your
I'll be your personal driver. You call me up. I'll quit my job right now. So I think the Bills, the Jets, Miami, and then the Patriots. Because I
move forward
right now.
I'm tired of disrespect.
But it's all relevant to the Jalen Ramsey thing. I still don't think it puts him over the edge. They also signed trader Mike White, so they need a quarterback. He better.
Now he's a trader.
He is. He's a fucking snake.
Your GM didn't pay him. Your GM didn't offer him a contract, and now
why would we? We got Aaron Rodgers. We don't need that. And he's not even that good. Okay. Let's call a spade a spade. He's not that good. He better be ready to pay. When I go play though.
When I go back to episode like 208, and I show you and I played to you the audio what you were saying about Mike White, and then I'm gonna play what you just said to
what I was saying about Mike White in comparison to Zach Wilson. I mean, anybody. I think you and I are better than fucking Zach Wilson right now. So
come on now.
I don't know. So I just don't know. I don't think it puts them over the top. I still think they have a lot to do. Yeah, they could score a lot of points if Tua remains healthy, but their defense, the Jets were an awful offense, and they were able to put up 30 on that defense. Yeah, I like the duo between Howard and Jalen Ramsey, but I would be in that category as I don't really think Jalen Ramsey is that top corner that we were grown up to knowing. I think he fell off a little bit, so we'll see if he could find his way a little in Miami. But overall, I think it was a good trade. I think they got a steal for him, but overall, I don't really think it puts him over the edge. But let's go to 8-time Pro Bowler Cam Jordan and the Saints. They reworked his deal. He got $10 million in incentives, so it clears up some space room for the Saints. Also, quarterback Jimmy G, 3 years, $64 million. He is the new quarterback in Las Vegas. What are your thoughts on the deal? And do you think it's paid enough for a guy that can't stay healthy?
Still, first of all, I think it's a match made in heaven. You got Josh McDaniels there, dicing him up. And then you got Jimmy G, who's already familiar with the offense still. So I think it's a home run for the Raiders. I think it's a match made in heaven. Jimmy G already familiar with the offense. And, he got the talent there, Dale. You got Hunter Renfrow, De'Arne Waller, Devontae Adams. You got pretty good. You got Josh Jacobs, who just led the NFL in rushing, Dale. So you could probably set something up there. You could add some pieces on the defensive side, Dale, because I still think that needs some help. But I kind of love the signing, Dale. I think Jimmy G could go in and fit right in, Dale. Now the money part. I think it's fair just because we just seen Daniel Jones get $40 million still. The going rate for quarterbacks is around 40, 50. Aaron Rodgers gets 60 mil. I ain't saying he's Aaron Rodgers, but I do believe he deserves what he got. I think he got, 20, 25 million.
So it's a 3-year, $67.5 million. He's getting $34 million guaranteed.
So he's getting, about $23 million a year, a little 22 something.
Yeah, but I don't
know.
Still,
that's the going rate for a starting quarterback.
No, I like it. I just think he's underpaid, to be honest, because he's actually gone to a Super Bowl. Daniel Jones has been good for a minute. That's my problem.
I hear you, Dill, but you got Jimmy G. Kind of, how many years do you think Jimmy G really got left? That's what they signed him in 3 years. You can get 4 or 5 years.
I was just gonna say like 3 to 4 years. Yeah, makes sense. Other than that, Javon Hargrove of the Eagles, he was in the Super Bowl. He played, had a great season with them. Then he just got paid by the San Francisco 49ers, 4 years, $84 million. That's $40 million guaranteed. What are your thoughts on that? Him, Bosa, and Eric? Damn.
I said it earlier. We was talking about it earlier. I just love the move because on the offensive side of the ball, you just need the quarterback. Yeah. I think they just the defense is already great. They're just adding icing to the cake. Yeah. So they hit a splash on there. Like I said, I don't think they need to do anything offensively. They just need a healthy quarterback. So they just signed Sammy D. So right now they got 3.
Sammy D is gonna take them to the NFC Championship.
All I'm saying is, if Trey Lance get hurt,
oh my god,
and my boy doesn't recover from the surgery yet, because I don't think he's
Trey Lance.
No, and Mr. Revelant. Look, I already forgot his name.
Brock Purdy.
That's
Purdy. Disrespectful.
That's disrespectful as hell. I apologize. But look, Brock Purdy, I don't know if he's going to be – he's getting Tommy John, though. I don't know if he's going to be ready to start the season. So if Trey Lance not ready to go and my man Brock Purdy ain't ready to go, don't let my boy Sammy D in there because you might not get your job back.
You might not get your job
I'm letting you know right now. None of y'all on super contracts. Trey Lance, rookie deal. Brock Purdy, Mr. Revelant deal. He probably making $700,000 a year. My man Sammy D could go in there and take your job, so you better be careful now.
100%. I mean, Trey Lance can't stay on the field to save his life, literally. Brock Purdy, he did play well when he was in, and apparently he still hasn't gotten the surgery, so he might not even be ready.
So they might not even.
They might start Sam Darnold.
Nah, I think Trey Lance is starting. He had a broken ankle. I think he's gonna be 100% come.
Can you trust him?
You have to, dude. They traded 2 first-round picks.
I guess at that point,
you got to.
But on the Chiefs side, they lose their starting right tackle, Andrew Wiley. He signed a 3-year deal, $24 million with the Commanders. So Eric Bieniemy, he's returning there. So he started 59 games in the 5 years in Kansas City, and he had the game of his life in the Super Bowl. So nice payday, and he moves with Eric Bieniemy. What do you think about that move for him?
That's a great signing, especially going to a system that you're already familiar. Once again, like Jimmy G, you go into your offensive coordinator. You probably been Eric Bieniemy probably been his OC his whole career. So you're going right back. You got a nice payday. Hey, you already got your championship ring, so why not go get a nice payday? The Chiefs wasn't going to give it to you. I don't think the Chiefs can afford him. I think they all tapped out.
Well, speaking of the Chiefs, they just signed former Jaguars offensive tackle Jawan Taylor on a 4-year, $80 million deal, $60 million guaranteed. So they just replaced them. You need to protect Patrick Mahomes, and when you lose a guy like Andrew Wiley, you got to replace him with a good offensive tackle like Jawan Taylor. So I think that's a great move by replacing. What do you think of that?
Wow, that just shocked me, though. When you're able to replace a good player with even a better player, speaks volumes still. So 100%. Great for the Chiefs. You just got one of the best tackles in the game. So congrats to you. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. His ankle going to be even better now for moving forward. The Chiefs, they got to talking about signings. They'll remember Frank Clark. He's looking for a payday as well. That pass rush won't be the same without Frank Clark now.
Yeah, and they just gave this guy $80 million. So don't know where all this money's coming from, but I honestly think with all this money is just, it doesn't exist. If you don't have money, just print it.
Those billionaires talking about now. I think the cap is what, 226. So they got to spend 220 somehow.
The Bears, they have the most money. What a pickup. They pick up Bills linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, 4 years, $72 million. That's $50 million guaranteed. It's the largest 4-year contract for an inside linebacker in the NFL. What do you think about the Bears move and getting Edmonds?
I kind of expected this, maybe not Edmonds still, but we knew the Bears was going to go sign linebackers after trading away Roquan Smith and the other Smith as well, Dill. So we knew they were in the market, and why not land one of the best linebackers in the game in Edmonds still? So I think it's going to be a huge loss for Buffalo, especially, now you don't have a two-headed monster no more in Buffalo. You just got Von Miller there. So we saw the Chiefs just replace O-line. Let's see if Buffalo going to replace one of the best linebackers in the game, and with whom.
Yeah, that's the big question. They still got a few days, but I think they'll try to do something.
And it kind of shows you Chicago's not done as well, Dill. They got that load of draft picks. Hey, maybe they're still in the market. Get some players. Maybe sign an offensive tackle as well, Dill, because you got to protect Justin Fields. You got DJ Moore. You got Claypool. You got Mooney. Get some pieces on defensive side.
They might be able to draft someone, wide receiver at 9 too.
Nah, they gotta get an O-line deal. I think you gotta sign and draft at least 2 O-lines. Two. Right. Yeah, they gotta research that. We saw how well protected Patrick Mahomes is, and look at the success he had. There, I'm not saying Justin Fields is gonna be that, but all I'm saying is you get that man some protection, you're gonna see some improvements.
As for the Falcons, they're giving former Bengals safety Jesse Bates 4 years, $64.2 million. That's $23 million in year 1, 36 in the first 2 years. So he's now the 4th highest paid safety in NFL history. I was talking about him maybe about a year or two ago where the Jets needed a safety. And I was like, Jesse Bates is a good safety. Now the Falcons get one. What do you think about that?
Shock, surprise. The Falcons in the market for Jesse Bates, but not in the market for Lamar Jackson. So good for the Falcons, splashing one of the best safeties in the game. But is it going to be, a splash, though? They're going to contribute to winning games. I don't know about that, but great signing for him, and he got paid, though.
Speaking of a legend, Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson signed a 2-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No contract.
Probably friendly deal, team friendly deal.
Friendly deal, but you think it will help the Steelers, Patrick Peterson? I know he's old, though.
Yeah, especially if they're playing zone coverage, and you understand they're not going to let Patrick Peterson line up against the number 1. I think Pat's going to line up against probably tight ends, play a lot of zone, probably, third, second wide receiver, probably not against a lot of ones, though. And like I said, like Jalen Ramsey, that's another coach on the field, though. That's a seasonal vet. Patrick Peterson can help you win as well, still. Even though he's at his advanced age, he can still help you win.
Speaking of the Dolphins, a couple minutes ago, Dolphins are giving former Titans linebacker David Long Jr. 2-year, $11 million. So they're trying to fix up that defense as best as they could. Speaking of defense, Denver is re-signing linebacker Alex Singleton for a 3-year, $18 million deal, $9 million guaranteed. So a lot going on today. First official day of free agency. All the deals will become finalized and compete on Wednesday. And then I guess the big news, Trey Wingo reported it. He's hearing it that it's a done deal between Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. We'll see. I don't know. I think he's going to, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be official, but his quote is, "Hearing Rodgers to the Jets is done. History is about to repeat itself between New York and Green Bay. Time is indeed a flat circle." So thinking about it, are the Jets Super Bowl contenders now with Aaron Rodgers? Because they have the defense. They got the young pieces. The offensive line is questionable. I will agree with that. But other than that, we got our quarterback now.
Still, realistically, yes. Just because,
I know that hurt you to say.
nah, not really. Just because I don't think y'all gonna win it all. But y'all are in the conversation. Just because I know if this trade goes down, or when the trade goes down, he's not the only piece gonna come. You know, free agents are also gonna. I want to say flock, but you're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, I want to play with Aaron Rodgers. That defense is loaded. You know, we could probably win something, and they can. They honestly can. If Aaron Rodgers is gonna play it at an MVP level, they have the Super Bowl. They have a defensive team to win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers don't have to do much. I'm not saying he's gonna have to be Peyton Manning in Denver, but he won't have to do much with that defense, nor this year or next year, Dill. So if he could just be an elite game manager, Dill, yeah, y'all got a shot. I'll give y'all a shot. Yeah. Now, my question is, what do the Jets give up to Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers? Because that got to also come out as well. Is it a first-round pick? Is it a second-round pick? Is it a player? Is it a third-round pick? Multiple picks? That's my question, Dill, because the draft – Green Bay gonna want something now. That's the first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
but the Jets also taking $60 million as well. So
there are also talks about maybe them paying a quarter of it, us not getting the whole $60 million. They're trying to work something out. Apparently, the deal is done. They're just waiting on Rodgers to confirm he's gonna play. But for the Jets, and it's either the Jets or retired. He's going to do one or the other. But I agree. I am interested to see who the Jets or what picks they'll give up. They are going to take on most of the contract. And the Jets, they freed up a lot. They released Braxton Berrios. See ya. He was a dud anyway. I didn't like him. We re-signed one of our best linebackers, Quincy Williams, Quinnen Williams' little brother, 3 years, $18 million deal. So he got paid. I'm glad he led the team in tackles. So we got him on a nice, friendly deal. So it was good. I think the Jets contenders, yes, I wouldn't say we're a lock or a sure thing into the Super Bowl at all. Because to be honest, as much as I do love the move and love Aaron Rodgers, he hasn't had the most success in the playoffs. So it will be interesting to see how he plays. I don't think the cold will affect him. He's coming from Lambeau.
If anything, Jersey going to be like Miami.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect for him. So interested to see where he'll live and if he's actually going to live in New York or New Jersey. Wherever it is, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. No. If he lives somewhere, down 80 in Jersey, like 45 minutes away from MetLife, go get a nice little piece of property for a good price now.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy. I really hope he comes, but hopefully by the time we release this episode, he will be a Jet.
All I'm gonna say is to Aaron Rodgers, if you're listening, I hope you're listening out there, Aaron. You better be ready for that New York media now. St. Green Bay, you have a bad game.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask some hard questions now. We're gonna ask some hard questions.
Just like he said in Green Bay, relax. RELAX, relax. And look what he did after that. He went on a run and went to the playoffs.
I understand, though, but you know how y'all New Yorkers are.
I know. We're brutal. We'll kill you when you're down. But he knows that. And hey, I mean, he agreed to talk with the Jets and the owner and the coach. So there is some mutual interest there, but it just surprised me. Doesn't it surprise you that he's taking the same steps as Brett Favre did?
No,
his whole life he wanted not to be Brett Favre or do what he did, and now he's literally doing verbatim what Brett Favre did.
You can say that, yeah, Dill, but if I'm a free agent quarterback, Dill, the Jets look nice. You got Breece Hall, you got Garrett Wilson. With Aaron Rodgers, you're going to possibly attract a wide receiver or two that want to come in. Possibly Odell Beckham. He wants to come back to New York, so that's a possibility on that deal. So I understand when Aaron Rodgers just looked the best. I wouldn't say the best, but it seems like it's gonna fit right though. It's gonna fit that. He got his good old pal Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays. You already know Aaron Rodgers is gonna be calling at least 40-60% of those plays.
100%. And you know what I think put it over the top? Sauce burning the cheese head on his Twitch live. He was like, "Hey, I'll burn it for you, kid. Just come on over." So we have the defense as well, and another player that not a lot of people are talking about because he asked for a trade last year, but because I thought it was just the quarterback, Elijah Moore. I don't think he sees Aaron Rodgers come out. I think be like, hey, okay, I'm gonna stick around for a year. See, because Aaron Rodgers is gonna target him. Zach Wilson he's just lost in the sauce. So no, I agree. I think it is in a very attractive place. We're young, we could pay him, and our defense is ready right now. So a lot of good news, a lot of exciting news in the NFL. We'll be sure to keep you up to date with everything.
Thing.
Yeah.
Looking like the Chargers don't want to give our boy
Austin Eckler. Huh?
The disrespect, man. I think he did a great
job. He wants wide receiver money, they said. And I understand, but
yeah, feed him like 60 targets a year. He's damn near wide receiver. Still, he touches the ball 300 times. Still, he needs that security now. I understand he doesn't deserve wide receiver money, still, but he deserves at least more than $10 million a year.
Oh, 100%.
He deserves at least. Let's say with Derrick Henry granting, he deserves. Honestly, he deserves to be the highest paid running. Christian McCaffrey, but he deserves to honestly.
No, he's a top 5 running back.
He deserves to be the highest paid running back in the NFL. He deserves it. He catches it. He runs it, Dill. He's the hardest soul of that offense. Let's just be real. He's not on that offense, Dill. The Chargers ain't doing much, still. Because
we know wouldn't they pay him? That's my question.
Because they could just draft a kid in the 3rd round who they believe could be as good and just pay him about a couple million. Think about it, there. You go draft a kid in the 3rd, 2nd round. You have him on a 5-year rookie deal.
I understand that, but how many times does that really pan out for an organization in taking a gamble on someone that isn't as sure as Austin Eckler will? And it's not like Austin Eckler, he'll run it, he'll catch it out of the backfield, he'll block, and he stays healthy. He doesn't get banged up or miss time, load management, whatever you want to call it. So I would just pay him.
I would too. I don't get it. I just feel like it's flat out disrespectful. So I hope he gets a trade where a team he actually wants to play for and that's gonna pay him, Dill. Because to me, I think he earned his money, Dill. He catches 100%. The ball and he runs the ball, Dill.
And he's great in fantasy. I love picking that guy in fantasy.
I think he led the NFL touchdowns last season.
Yeah. So amazing stuff there. Elvis, let's transition to the hardwood. Let's get the NBA out of the way because I want to talk March Madness. We want to unveil our brackets. One game already started between the Pacers and the Pistons. Anything live you want to give the audience that you have?
Yeah, let's just go real quick, though, because I already know it's tournament's gonna take up a good portion. So I took Indiana tonight on the money line, playing it safe at -151. I'm pretty sure they'll be better odds right now. So anybody listening live right now, Indiana's down 7-11 to Detroit. So probably get better odds now. I like Memphis tonight against Dallas. Just Kyrie Irving going, no Luka Doncic. I think Memphis could be able to take care of business on the road tonight. Got them at -115. Taking our boys, Utah, on the road, +7.5 against Miami. Utah just plays up to their competition. Anytime they are dog, you got to take them, Dill. Especially at +7.5. Give me them.
I got him at 8.5 right now.
Even better, Dill. This bet, it took me a while to take it to the window, Dill, but I like it even better now, Dill. Give me Minnesota +5.5 on the road in Atlanta, Dill. I don't think Atlanta's even better than Minnesota, and they are. They're not going to win this game by more than 3-4 points anyway. Give me Minnesota +5.5 on the road. And I kept saying it. I think I've been saying 2-3 shows in a row now since he's returned. Steph Curry over. The fact that it's at 28.5 is disrespectful. This has to be at 30, 31.5. And Dylan would tell you, I'm not even the biggest Steph Curry fan. And I'm telling you, 28.5 is disrespectful. So give me Steph Curry over 28.5 as well. ESPN game against Phoenix. He's going to put it on the show, though. And then give me the Bucks tonight. Tough loss against the Warriors the other night in Golden State. They thought they had it in the bag. Drew Holiday with a great 3, but hey, couldn't stop that Steph Curry or avalanche sale. So give me the Bucks. Absolute banger tonight in Sacramento, Dill. None against Sacramento. Giannis is playing tonight, Dill. I expect the Bucks to win. Give me the Bucks on the money line.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you got to have a play in that game. It feels like it's the best game of the night, Sacramento, but it's going very under the radar between because you got Phoenix going up against the
Now you
Warriors
know
and
what it
whatnot.
is. Still, Sacramento don't get no televised games. That's really
True.
what it is, cuz.
Yeah. I want to before we get to the March Madness and our ad, what's up with Kyrie, man? Because I didn't like the comments about gambling and how I on one part I agree. It takes the purity out of the game. I agree with all of what he said, but people have been gambling for hundreds of years before you were even playing. People are still going to be gambling. So I just don't understand like he's always playing. It feels like if anyone talks or disagrees or has a different opinion than Kyrie, we're either wrong or we're not mentally right. And it's like coming from someone that has a lot of questions. It's laughable to me. So I kind of want to tell Kyrie to shut up because it's ridiculous. I understand there are some idiot people who probably mouth off to him in the DMs in Encore. Oh, you didn't hit my parlay. Yeah, and that takes the purity out of the game. I agree with that. But people have been gambling way before you even touched a basketball. So what are we talking about here? What about all the teams in the NBA advertising it and taking the money from a FanDuel, from a DraftKings, no free shout outs, but all about them? What about them? He doesn't say anything about that. And that's my problem with Kyrie. He picks and chooses who he wants to talk to and who he has a problem with. Anything on that? Because I know you're a Kyrie fan, but that rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe because I'm a degenerate, but it has nothing to do with that, bud.
Still, what I took from it's like you said, you agree with his points, and I agree with him as well, Dill. I just feel like the betting aspect is a little. It's a little too much nowadays. Still, it's everywhere. So I do agree with that. Like, it's not a lot of true fans anymore. Like you said, Dill, a lot of people just say, "Oh, you fucked up my parlay." They don't even care about win or lose. They're talking about parlays. They're talking about my prop. They're talking about money this, money that. Still, then we should be going to the game. You should be thankful the team won. You should be a fan of who won. But I do understand what you're saying, though, and I understand what he's saying. To be honest, I could care less by anybody's opinion.
That's why I'm saying I could care less and just I don't want to even use the phrase, and you know what I want to say, but it's just like and play basketball. I'm not going to say the first part, but it's just like play basketball. So
but Dill, I can see why he finds it annoying.
But I would argue with your one point, which is I agree that there are people like that and hecklers, and there are scumbags. I don't like those people. But I think the people who are true fans like you and I think they outweigh the hecklers. And I think there are more people in the stands that are true fans that are there for the gambling aspect. Would you not agree?
I'll definitely say it's more fans than gamblers attending an event. Deal.
That's all I'm trying to say.
But the gamblers are gonna make sure they get their voice heard, and I think that's the difference. That's the difference. A fan is gonna cheer, and then a heckler is gonna be like, "You this, you that, you did this, A fan just gonna be like, "Boo, you suck," or just cheer. A heckler is he's gonna let you have it a little bit there, and I think that's what he's saying. And he said it. I don't care about your parlay.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, and you shouldn't. And that's my thing as a professional athlete. You're making millions. And I know it's easier said than done. Don't comment or respond. But when you're courtside and a guy is heckling you for 40 minutes, I think any logical or sane person would say something to the fan at one point. So I'm not mad or upset that he said anything. I'm mad that he brought the gambling aspect out of it when I don't think it has anything to do with gamblers. I think it's just ignorant people going to the games. And I do agree with your point where there are more gambling fans at games now than there once were.
Even like 5 years ago, it wasn't like this still. It was kind of frowned upon 5 years ago.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't blame us. Blame the NBA or blame the Dallas Mavericks or blame all these organizations that are taking the money from these sports books.
Shit, blame us. Be like, it's the Dream Rage's fault. We would have loved that.
Yeah, say my name. Keep saying it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the only point I really wanted to make. But regardless, I think he's a top 5 talent, and I just think he should just ball out. By the way, what you've been keeping records. I haven't kept them with you on the pod, but what is the record now with Kyrie?
It's still 3-6. Well, no, I keep track of them playing together. Them together on the court, Luka and Kyrie, when they play together, they're 3-6. And the Nets. God. Yeah, the Nets won 7 games, and the Mavs have won 6 games with Kyrie since we switched. So,
how many has the Phoenix Sun won? I'm interested to see that because that's where
there's no stat on that. There's no stat on that just because I think Durant only played 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah, that's true. And they won both of those games.
Yeah, so you can't.
Yeah.
If anything, the Suns been winning more games since us, honestly.
Yeah. Before we get into our bracket, let me tell you guys about our presented sponsor today, Viva Tequila Seltzer. Viva Tequila, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebrations, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor our tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry after a Saturday morning workout, our flavors pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle but refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. You know what I'm going to have a Viva with? All the games I'm watching these brackets on. So, NCAA Selection Sunday was yesterday. Some teams I thought that got snubbed, not just saying Rutgers because we're from Jersey, but Rutgers should have been in it. They had 3 quad 1 wins. I know the quad 3 losses hurt them, but this Rutgers team, man, they're much better than NC State, who got in. Don't know how the fuck NC State got in this game. And they didn't even get in the first 4. They got in comfortably, which I just don't understand. Texas A&M as a 7th seed with over 20 wins, and they also got second in their in the SEC tournament. That they got underseeded as well. I'm glad UNC didn't get in. For even them to be on the bubble on the first 4 out is laughable, in my opinion. They just did it because they're UNC. They had an awful year. But, yeah, I also think, to be honest, I am in Alabama. I like Alabama, but I don't think they should have gotten the #1 overall seed, to be honest. Even though Houston lost in their conference championship, I think overall Houston had a better season, better overall record, and just a better body of work than Alabama did. Take away all the distractions with the gun and the kid to the side. But if you want to just talk basketball, I think Houston had a better season than Alabama. But nonetheless, Houston did get the #1 seed in their region. But yeah, the 4 #1s, Alabama is the #1 overall seed. Purdue is a #1 seed. Kansas in the West is a 1 seed. And then the Midwest, you have Houston. So let's start actually with the first 4. First 4 in, we got Texas A&M Corpus Christi taking on Southeast Missouri State. Those are 16 seeds. The other 16 seeds are Fairleigh Dickinson. Don't fucking know how they got in. And Texas Southern. So let's start there. We'll start with the Texas A&M Corpus Christi game, Southeast Missouri State. What's your play in this one, if you have any, or who you got advancing?
Dill, I would say I take the +4. I definitely take the +4 as a play, Dill, but I got to go with Texas advancing. I think Texas will advance A&M.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the 4 with Corpus Christi's. I think we're like opposites on a lot for right now, at least. But yeah, I think it should be a high-scoring game. I like the over at 153.5. Both teams move fast. Both teams top 15 in possessions per game. They both generate a lot of steal as well. And a big factor, Southeast Missouri State, they're going to be missing their top rebounder, Colby Clark. So I think the Islanders are just going to beat them down low. So I'm going to lay the 4 with Corpus Christi's to advance. But nonetheless, I'm not going to have them beating Alabama. So whoever wins, Southeast Missouri or Texas A&M, I got Alabama advancing. But let's go to the Midwest region. You got 11 seeds, Pittsburgh taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi's laying one over unders at 133. I didn't tell the Lions for the last one, so I apologize for that. What do you got for this one?
Dill, give me Pitt +2, Dill. And I even give him a shot to pull off the upset in advance, Dill. Let them go dancing. Why not, Dill? I give Pitt a shot, but give me the +2. I think they're going to be a nip and tuck game. Probably buzzer beater. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going with Mississippi State. I'll take them on the money line. I got them at -1, but I'm gonna take the Bulldogs here. The guy Tooley Smith. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, but Tolu Tooley Smith. I think he's a stud for Mississippi State. I don't think Pittsburgh can guard him at all. So, and Mississippi top 5 in the country on defense away from home. So I think they're the better defensive team. Should be a close one, as the line indicates, but I'm going to go with the Bulldogs here to advance. Let's go to the East region. Like I said, 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson taking on 16 seed Texas Southern. Texas Southern -2.5, over unders at 145.5. What do you like in here?
Dude, I got no play in this one, Dill, but I got to lean with the kids from Jersey, Dill, with Fairleigh Dickinson now. Come on now. You gotta have some faith. I understand. They might not. They probably don't have no shot, Dill. But you got to give them a shot, Dill. We from Jersey. You got to represent for the kids now.
Yeah, I can. As much as I really did want to take Fairleigh Dickinson, I just couldn't. To be honest, they're in the tournament off a technicality. They didn't win their conference championship, and Texas Southern, they play extremely fast. Texas Southern has 4 guys that get 4+ boards per game, while Fairleigh Dickinson doesn't have a single guy that gets some 5 boards per game. I think down low is a mismatch. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Texas Southern here. And 11 seed, first 4 games. Arizona State laying 2, Nevada +2, over unders at 134.5. You going dog again?
Give me the dogs, Dill. Give me Nevada +2. And you got to give them a shot to pull off the offset as well, Dill. But I'm going to play safe. Give me Nevada +2, another close one as well.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be a tough one. I think this is the best game out of the first 4 ins. But, a lot of people didn't think even Nevada should have been in, but they made the first 4 in. Just the way they played down the stretch, and I wasn't very comfortable. And Arizona, they're coming into this tournament playing well. They rank top 80 in regards to possessions per game. I think they're the better defense as well. And I think it's going to be a close game because Nevada doesn't beat themselves. They're top 15 in the country at the free throw line. They only average 10 turnovers per game, which is top 30 in the country. So Arizona, they do a good job guarding the 3-point line. They don't allow second chances, and I think that's what's gonna put them over the edge. I think it's gonna be a close one. Not the most confidence, but I like the Sun Devils here, so I'm gonna lay the 2. So we finally got all of our teams in. Let's start in the South with Alabama and the 16 seed. You go through your first round, and then I'll tell you my first round. So you lead the parade.
All right, give me Alabama to advance. Give me Virginia over Maryland, Dill. I apologize. I understand you love Maryland, but I'm going to take West Virginia over Maryland and put a little upset. I don't even think West Virginia should have been a 9 seed, but that's not the here or there. Give me San Diego State to advance. Give me Virginia over Furman. I know you like Furman, Dill, but give me Virginia over. Give me Creighton over NC State. Give me Baylor over UCSB. And give me a little upset here. Give me Utah State over Missouri, Dill. And then give me Arizona over Princeton.
Over Princeton, all right. Like I said, I'm taking Alabama. It doesn't matter who they did. I know sometimes you want to get cute, but there's only one team that's ever beat the 16 beat a 1 seed. So I don't think that's a place to get cute. But I'm going opposite sides again. I'm taking Maryland. I think they're the better team. I know they don't play as good away from College Park, but I still like Maryland. I think they're the better team. I'm going to take the Terps. I'm aligned with you. I'm going to take San Diego State. Give me Furman. I think this is.
I give him a shot. Yeah, it's March.
And I do think Virginia should be favored. They're a -5. I think the early look I saw, but I'm taking the +5, and I give them a shot. It wouldn't surprise me if Virginia won, but I think it's going to be a close game. The line indicates it, and I think Furman just matches up really well with Virginia. So going to take a shot here with Furman, the 13 seed over Virginia. I'm going to take Creighton as well. I don't think NC State even belongs in the tournament. I'm going Baylor over Santa Barbara with you. I'm going to take the Missouri Tigers. I know it's a close one in Utah. They've played well, but I don't know. I like Missouri here, and I'm going to go Arizona over Princeton. Let's go down the bracket towards the east where Purdue is the 1 seed. You lead us off. What do you got?
Give me them Boilermakers still. Give me Purdue to advance. Give me Memphis to advance as well, still. Give me Dukes. I was going to go with Oral Roberts. Ask Dylan. Everybody asked Dylan. I was going to go Oral Roberts. He's talking me out
I
of
convinced you.
Yeah, still, it's March. Upsets are due. Sprinkle something in Oral Roberts on the money line on that one. Give me Tennessee over Louisiana. Give me Kentucky over Providence. Give me Kansas State over Montana State. And give me Michigan over UNC. And then give me Marquette over Vermont.
Yeah, I'm going Boilermakers here as well. I like Memphis. Going Duke. I got Duke going somewhere. Even though I did take Tennessee, that one was a hard one because I think the Raging Cajuns in Louisiana could give them some fits. I like that. That's going to be a very good game, I think. Watch out for Louisiana. Exactly. In my bets, I did take the points with Louisiana, but I do think Tennessee will barely escape. Give me the Kentucky Wildcats, baby, over Providence. Kansas State over Montana State. This is another 7-10 matchup. As much as I love Michigan State and Tom Izzo, USC is a very good team. And I think their height, down low, their pressure is going to give Michigan State some trouble. I took USC, and I took Marquette over Vermont. Let's go on over to the Midwest where Houston is the 1 seed. What do you got?
Give me Houston over Northern Kentucky, Dill. Give me Auburn over Iowa. Give me Miami over Drake. Give me Indiana over Kent State. Give me Iowa State over Mississippi / Pitt. And then give me Xavier. And then give me Texas A&M. And then Texas.
Yeah, I'm going Houston as well. I'm actually going to flip. I'm going to go Auburn. I think that's another one that was very hard
a good
for
game.
me. That's a great game. It's a pick 'em right now. I'm looking at the numbers. So I just like Auburn a little more. I got Drake over Miami as well. Not just because I'm a Jersey fan. I just really think Drake's a really good team. And Miami kind of faded down the stretch. Indiana as well over Kent State. I got Iowa State over, it doesn't matter who plays, but I got Mississippi State going in. I got Xavier going over Kennesaw State. Shout out Kennesaw State. They've had a really good year this year. Texas A&M, disrespectful, but very interesting matchup between Texas A&M and Texas. I got Texas advancing over Colgate. And then the last region, the West, Kansas is the 1 seed. Lead us off.
Gotta go with the Jayhawks, even though they lost the other day. Fucked me on the ticket, but gotta go with the Jayhawks over Howard. Give me Arkansas over Illinois still. Give me VCU with the upset over St. Mary's still. That's my upset in the first round. Give me UConn. Give me TCU. Give me Gonzaga. Give me Boise State. And Dill, watch out. Give me UCLA.
Yeah, I got the Jayhawks as well. I got Arkansas as well, Razorbacks. I think that's another, I think a lot of these 8-9 seed games, very good. Great games. I think the Illinois game, Illinois could sneak out a win, but I'm going to take the Razorbacks. Give me the VCU, winners of the A10 championships. VCU's made me so much money. They play so fast. I think they'll give St. Mary's a fit. Even though St. Mary's has had a hell of a year, I like VCU. I think they'll be able to upset them. Give me UConn over Iowa. Great game. That's in Albany, New York, and you got UConn, who's not far away, and then you have Iona, who's a New York team. That's going to be a great game in Albany. TCU over Arizona State. I got TCU's great defensive team. I think that's another team I think that got kind of snipped a little. I don't think they're a 6 seed. Gonzaga I got over Grand Canyon. I got Boise State. I think just a better team. Even though Northwestern's had a really good season, I think Boise State's a much better team. And I got UCLA as well. So we're down to 32 teams. I'll lead us off in the South between Alabama and Oh no, we're in the second round. Excuse, I was skipping all the way to the Sweet 16. I
It was
apologize.
round 32.
The second round, I got Alabama over Maryland. I have Furman over San Diego Sweet. I got Furman going to the
Whoa.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm telling you, this Furman team over San Diego State. I got Baylor over Creighton, and I got Arizona over Missouri. What about you?
I got Bama over West Virginia. I got Virginia over San Diego State. I got Baylor over Creighton. I got Arizona over Utah State, and then I got that's
it.
what's up.
All right, so the East for the second round, I got Purdue over Memphis. I got Duke over Tennessee. I got Kansas State over Kentucky. I think that's a hard matchup for Kentucky right there. So, and then I got Marquette over USC. What do you got?
I got Purdue over Memphis. I got Tennessee over Duke. I got Kentucky over Kansas State.
Wow.
And then I got Marquette over Michigan State, though.
All right, let's go on over to the Midwest. I got Houston. I got Indiana upsetting Houston. I don't like this Houston team. I think Indiana, Trace Jackson Jr., he's top 5 player in college. I think he's going to give Houston fits. Give me Indiana to advance. Oh, no. I jumped ahead.
Yo,
I
jumped you gotta ahead. Stop.
I jumped ahead. I apologize. I'm looking at it now.
Yo, I tell you what. Same.
I love it. I fucking love it. But I got way ahead of myself. I'm taking Houston over Auburn. I'm taking Indiana over Drake. I'm taking Xavier over Iowa State. And give me the Aggies over the Longhorns. I'm taking A&M to advance.
All right, Dale. Give me Houston over Auburn. Give me Indiana over Miami. Give me Xavier over Iowa State. And give me Texas over Texas A&M. And let me start it off, Dale.
Yeah.
Give me the Jayhawks over Arkansas. Give me VCU over UConn. I got VCU in the Sweet 16, boys.
Wow.
Give me Gonzaga over TCU. And then give me UCLA over Boise State.
You know, there's always going to be that one Cinderella team that makes it to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8. And hey, I really VCU. Hope it's VCU. They made me so much money this year. For the West, I have Kansas over Arkansas. I got UConn over VCU, even though I do like it. I think it's going to be a good game. I got Gonzaga over TCU, and I got the same. I got UCLA over Boise State. All right, now we're in the Sweet 16. Don't want to jump ahead. I got Bama over Furman. This is when Furman dies out, but Bama's just too good. I got Arizona over a close one to CT Betts' Bears. But yeah, I got Bama and Arizona advancing to the Elite 8. What do you got?
Dale, give me Bama over Virginia, and then give me Arizona over the Bears.
Oh, so we're pretty lockstep in the South, I think. Besides the Furman, I think we're pretty lockstep. As for the East, I got Duke beating Purdue to go to the Elite 8, and then I got Marquette beating Kansas State. What do you got?
I got Tennessee upsetting Purdue.
Wow. So we both got Purdue getting upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got Marquette beating Kentucky, getting to the Elite 8.
And then for the West, on the other side of the bracket, I got Indiana, like I spoiled it. I got Indiana advancing over Houston. And then I got Xavier upsetting Texas A&M. Xavier going to the Elite 8.
So, give me Indiana over Houston.
Oh.
Our loyal fans remember Houston fucked me. Our first year doing the NFC Championship game, I think they went out first round, second round. They were first overall. Terrible. Frauds. So give me Indiana, and then give me Texas over Xavier.
All right, and let's see. Last one, the West. Got Kansas over UConn. And then I got UCLA over Gonzaga for the Elite 8. We're down to the Elite 8. You go. My fault. I was about to say.
I got Kansas over VCU, and then I got UCLA over Gonzaga.
That's where VCU's end runs, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, you lose to a Jayhawk.
You went dancing. You went dancing.
You made people some money. You got all the way to the Sweet 16 where you're not even favored in the first game. So I like that. Let's go to the Elite 8. We'll go back to the South. I think the South region is the easiest. Wouldn't you? Or maybe the East, down on the bottom.
Yeah, maybe the East.
But over Alabama and Arizona, I got Bama advancing. We'll do 2 because it's easy. And then out of Duke and Marquette, I got Marquette advancing. So in the Final Four, I got Alabama and Marquette on one side. What do you got?
I got Alabama over Arizona, and then I got Marquette over Tennessee.
Wow,
I
we got
got
this
Bama.
game.
I got
Listen.
Bama, Marquette. Wow.
Yeah, me too. In the Final Four, I fucking love it. All right, Indiana and Texas A&M, or no, Xavier, Indiana, Xavier. I got Indiana going to
Wow.
the Final Four, and then Kansas and UCLA. I got Kansas.
Wow, Dill. I got Indiana upsetting Texas.
Let's go.
And then I got UCLA upsetting the Jayhawks.
You're
to the
big on
Final
the
Four.
Bruins this year, huh?
Yeah, Dill. They had a great run last year. Brought back most of that core, Dill.
I wish I had a pen on my desk. I wanted to fill out a correct score for the final. So Final Four, I have Alabama, Marquette, Indiana, and Kansas. In the Final Four, Marquette, you went on a hell of a run, boys, but it comes to an end. Give me Alabama to advance to the national championship. Indiana, hell of a run. You made D-Rock so much money. But it's the Jayhawks. They're returning to the national championship. Give me Alabama taking on Kansas in the national championship. What do you got?
Give me Alabama over Marquette.
Oh!
And then give me UCLA over Indiana.
The Bruins going all the way?
Alabama and the Bruins in the national championship game, Dale.
Oh, my God. And then in Houston, April 3rd, national championship game. Give me Roll Tide. Alabama is no longer just a football school. They are a basketball school. They'll be cutting down the nets. Correct score 69-63 Bama, and they cover.
Dale. Give me UCLA.
No!
76-73. Alabama tries to tie it at the buzzer. Doesn't go in. UCLA, natty champs, like the good old days back in the 70s, 80s, baby.
Can you imagine Bill Walton going crazy if UCLA does win it?
UCLA win
it.
UCLA winning it.
Now, my question, does Alabama in that loss, do they cover?
I told you, 76-73.
Wow.
Bama will be the favorites.
Check it all. It's filled out, signed, scripted. Oh, I have so many. When we hang out, I got ones you could fill out as well. It's just nice.
I got it emailed, everything. 76-73 UCLA. You see it.
Elvis, my printer was so hot and steamy because I just kept printing brackets and brackets. I was just handing them out at work. It's just seeing a bracket. It excites me. Doesn't it excite you? We know that we're in March.
It's good times. Spring is coming.
Winning is coming. Elvis, good luck. Probably won't be the only bracket you fill out, but nonetheless, good luck. Elvis, let's switch on over to the World Baseball Classic. Had some hella, like I said, United States upset by Mexico yesterday. Oh my God, did you see? They set a record today, Korea. They beat Chinese Type A 22-2. And first of all, why aren't they named Taiwan, not Chinese Type A? Us on this podcast, we support Taiwan. We don't support all the Chinese communists.
Type A is Taiwan?
Yes, because they call it Chinese Type A. Taiwan, they're Taiwan. I don't like how it's called Chinese Type A because we don't root for communists over here. So on this podcast, we are Taiwan, but they lost 22-2. It set a record for the World Baseball Classic.
They won't be invited next.
So interesting in the World Baseball Classic, teams that finish last in the group stage has to it's kind of like soccer where they get relegated and they have to re-qualify next World Baseball Classic. So
yeah, you got destroyed.
Yeah, they got destroyed. They lost every game, unfortunately. So they have to do it. They lost 22-2 today. Dominican Republic, I am rocking them. They won. They beat Nicaragua today 6-1. Great Britain big upset win against Colombia, 7-5. Right now, we have Israel and Puerto Rico going on.
Early
And then
5-0.
Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. I took Puerto Rico minus 3.5. So hopefully
5-0 bottom first. They're still
oh,
batting.
and
They're still batting.
there's a run rule too, which I like. It ends after 7 innings if you're up more than 10 runs, which
Yeah.
good because it will just it's
no need.
It's
Yeah.
no need. Yeah, it's demoralizing. So 10 o'clock tonight, USA taking on Canada. Canada, big win yesterday against Great Britain. USA needs to win here. What do you like in this game, Elvis?
Still, I'm tempted to lay it at plus 360 with Canada.
Wow.
You know, they got some players on that side. You know, it wouldn't shock me if USA chokes it away. But that lineup, first these the first 5 for USA. If they just get on base, is deadly. You know, if you're telling me the first 5 is going to be combined for 3 hits throughout the game, Canada's going to win this game. So I think it all comes down to the United States' first 5-6 batters.
So United States, they're minus 3.5 on the run line. Over unders at 11.5. You got to bet the over. A lot of overs. So that's a trend too.
Yeah.
I know you were saying first 5 unders, but these pitchers, they walk a lot. And then
a lot of single A, double A pitching. Not a lot of MLB. I'm thinking it's gonna be people are gonna show out. We're not seeing a lot of major league pitching.
Like even yesterday, my boy Cal Quantrill from Canada, he walked a total of 7 batters in the first inning all year last year for the Indians or Guardians, excuse me. I keep saying Indians, but and then yesterday in the first inning for Team Canada, he walked 3 batters. He got knocked out of the first inning, and that's a top 15 MLB pitcher, and he got knocked out by Great Britain. No disrespect to Great Britain, but Great Britain shouldn't even have been in the game. So maybe you're starting to see some jitters from these players, but a lot of overs. Puerto Rico just tacked on another run. It is 6-0 against Israel. So minus 3.5 is looking good right now. But I gotta back the USA boys, man. Minus 3.5. Gotta bet the over as well.
Wait. USA minus 3.5. I gotta take Canada plus 3.5 now. Still, let's just be real. Did USA look impressive yesterday?
No, but Mexico, like I said, Mexico is trotting out a very good
team. They're
team.
legit. I understand they're legit, but Canada, they got some pieces.
I know. Freddie franchise, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman, Hall of Famer.
Oh, first ballot. Absolutely.
Come on now.
So it was funny. He goes, the whole infield was talking French, and I'm over here like, hello. It was funny. He goes, I had to learn French. You know, you got all these French Canadians out there. So it was actually hilarious. But yeah, I'm going to lay the 3.5. We got games every day up until the 21st where the final will take place in beautiful, sunny Miami. So can't wait for that. We'll have picks and analysis all throughout the tournament. But Elvis, that's going to do it. Great episode. We unreeled our brackets. We gave out some college plays. We gave out some first 4 bets that will go down tomorrow and Wednesday. We broke some NFL news. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. I think that stole the headline. I buried the lead. But other than that, any last words before we get up out of here, kid?
Yeah, Dale. For tomorrow, you know, some lines are out. Give me Denver over Toronto. Denver, tough 3-game stretch. I think they got to bounce back, and it's better to bounce back in Toronto. They'll give me Denver minus 105 on the money line. They're +1 right now. If you want to take the +1 by all means. Give me the Brooklyn Nets, Dill, against the OKC Thunder on the road, Dill. The Nets are playing pretty good now. Brooklyn Bridges, your boy, looking like one of Dylan's favorite players in the league right now. He's been balling on another level, averaging 25 points a game since coming to the Brooklyn Nets. Give me the Nets on the road against OKC so far, Dill. And then I like the Lakers against the Pelicans on the road tomorrow. I expect a huge game from Anthony Davis, especially after the luster performance last night against the Knicks. He's going back to his own stomping grounds in New Orleans. So give me the Lakers on the money line. They're plus money right now. Shop around, people. Gotta love that plus money. And then depending on what the Bucks do tonight, if Giannis plays tomorrow against the Suns, if the spread ain't too crazy, I like the Bucks as well.
Yeah, both teams on a back-to-back maybe look towards an under tired legs. I do like the Lakers too. I'm looking at the lines now. I like the Lakers. I'm interested to see what the Knicks open up at and Portland.
Yeah,
Kind of like
I like the Knicks over Portland. It's just the line's not out yet.
I like Brooklyn +2, even straight up, even though SGA will play, but I still think Brooklyn's a better team. I like low key. I like laying the 5 with Orlando against San Antonio. No, it's you don't really like to lay points on the road, but I do like it. Oh, Adrian Wojnarowski reporting Memphis guards Ja Morant has entered counseling program in Florida and he remains on a no timetable for his return.
Fucking need counseling for. Yo,
What?
yo,
Did you not see the pictures of the strip club?
Dill,
First of all, there was
Dill.
so much fucking money there.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I saw. And I hate, first of all, bad. I don't know who released the pictures, if it was the strip club. Bad move for the strip club, I think.
Nah, I think they got publicity. At the end of the day, Dill.
Yeah,
they
but
making
what
their
player
money.
would like to know that the owner or the manager is going out and saying, hey, X, Y, and Z was here tonight? Regardless what he said, he goes, oh, he was a nice young man. He didn't drink no alcohol. He left.
Oh, they held it down. Come on, Dill. We all know that boy was drunk.
Oh,
we
yeah.
all know it. He was drunk. And the owner came out and said he was marvelous.
Yeah.
We need them. They're right. They want to show. Yeah, Ja had a good time. He had the VIP. You see that money? Shawty was there.
Yo,
they want to promote themselves.
Bro?
I even know the name. Wet Willies in Denver. Sam Willies.
Not a fan of Wet Willies, to be honest. If I was a player, I wouldn't go there just because I know that manager going to see me and be like, oh, yeah, D-Rock was there. No, I don't want. I want to go low key. But, and by the way, I think we pushed this under the timetable or the time as well. Why was it such a small gun? Like, if you're gonna come in, if
he don't need it, he don't need it. That's
a soft move. That's a soft move. If you're gonna be strapped, come with a nice clock or come with some. You came with a little water gun.
You came with a little 22. Yeah. So you take out the little boot.
Oh my god, that's a great way to end it. That's gonna do it for this Monday edition of the Dream Wager. On behalf of our sponsors, Viva Tequila, Prize Picks, Elvis, myself, we'll see you guys in a few days. So please follow along our social media, Twitter and Instagram at the Dream Wager. You can find all of our episodes if you miss one wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. If you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, give us a review. All that good stuff really helps the show grow. So be a friend. Tell a friend, everyone. Have a great few days. Good luck on your wagers. Be safe. Be well. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.